Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited for House of the Dragon to finally be back for season 2. This is a shorter season. We got 8 episodes in this one instead of 10. But man, the first one, it really competed with Game of Thrones. Like that first season, I think I like a lot more than a lot of Game of Thrones seasons. It was really, really good. Yeah, I loved all the characters that got introduced. There's so many. We got, oh my gosh. A lot of their names sound the same. I already know I'm gonna probably mess up names at some point. I've watched it twice already, so I watched it the first time while reacting, and then I watched it a second time afterwards, just so that you guys know. But yeah, Meleys, Rhaenys, Rhaenyra, Rhaena. Like, there's just so many names that sound similar, and then on top of that, we got dragon names. I already named one, Meleys. But yeah, it's a lot. After watching a ton of Star Wars and Marvel and just having all that in my head, and now having to go back into the world of Game of Thrones and get all the locations, the dragon names, the house names, all that stuff, it's gonna be rough. But I've recapped myself. I've seen it twice. I should be good. If you guys are hyped for House of the Dragon, definitely leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for when the next video goes up. Check out anything else on my channel. I've got a ton of stuff here. Got my season 1 House of the Dragon reactions. And yeah, let's just hop into episode 1 here. Let's go. New intro. It's not the same. Oh my gosh. Music's the same, obviously, but it's a classic. Dun, da, da, dun, 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 dun, dun. I wonder if this is gonna change throughout the episodes. The old king, Aegon the Second. That's cool. 2 thrones being ruled. The Greens have birds, and the other hand has dragons. Ooh, that is a nice intro. How will Rhaenyra react to Luke being dead? And Arax. Or Arax. I mean, we already kind of had her reaction to it, but what's she gonna do about it? That's what this season's gonna be about. Winterfell.
Must pay its price.
I need to rewatch Game of Thrones. It's so good.
Watch cultivated its strength from doomed men who had their life as their only possession. But my ancestor, Torrhen Stark, began a tradition by making an offering at the onset of winter.
Interesting.
This is not a sentence, but an honor. A duty embraced by all who serve the North.
Dang, man. Wasn't expecting all this. I skipped the trailers, by the way, except for like the first teaser, so we get to see what delivering his message was like. Jacaerys. Man, from behind he really does look like Eddard Stark. Look at that. That's actually kind of crazy.
To hold the realm united, she needs an army.
Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
What does it keep out?
Death.
They're still going on about this winter. It's gonna be hundreds of years from now.
Urgent news from Dragonstone.
His brother. Dang. Oh my gosh, these set pieces are crazy. They just fly into the side of the mountain.
Killing Vhagar. I cannot face that hoary old bitch alone. With my dragon and yours together, we can kill Vhagar and her rider. Make it a son for a son.
It was a raven that brought me news of Laena's death. I existed for weeks in torment, refusing to believe what I'd been told.
Yeah, she had a brutal death, burning herself. Honorable, I guess.
A raven has told Rhaenyra that her son is dead. She needs to know it for certain.
She was a fool to go alone. What if Aemond were to happen upon her?
Then I would pity Aemond.
If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished.
True, she had her dragon in that room. There's been a lot of missed opportunities. I say a son for a son. I'm fine with it. He wanted an eye for an eye? A son for a son. What's the difference?
It's a marvel she was able to return from the stepstones at all.
Man, their logo, I never even noticed. In all of season 1, did they have that same logo for Driftmark or whatever? Wherever they are. It's a seahorse, but it's literally like a horse. It's got its legs sticking out, and then the rest of it's a seahorse. That's very creative. I like that. I've missed it this whole time. I know this guy. Oh, he's made a video game recently, yeah. He's a game dev.
Dragon! I'm the Scorpion!
That must be crazy to see. An unexpected dragon arriving.
Stand down, it's Vhagar! Stand down!
Just the biggest dragon, stand down. They gotta wait for it to get close before identifying it, and then the smaller ones are harder to identify. Then it's just too late.
What do you need of him?
Taken into the small council. He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is he?
The library. You must not interrupt his custom.
There are so many kids in this show now. I've forgotten.
They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
She's a weird one, but I don't think she's lying. She has those dragon dreams or whatever. Better not be the staff guy. What's happening here? Kristen Cole? Okay. Larry Strong or whatever his name is.
We cannot. Again.
Yes, Your Grace.
The rats.
Is to rule one day.
Yo, my mind was blown recently when I found out that Otto here, Otto Hightower, is the lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man. Absolutely mind blown. I don't know if you guys have known that. A little fun fact. There you go.
After Prince Aemon's marriage pact to the Lady Floris Baratheon,
Oh gosh, the ball.
Sworn declaration.
My brother is raising the strength of the West to master the Golden Tooth, but we... Yeah, thank you, my prince. That's very helpful.
My nephew, Lord Ormond, must...
Oh, they're a prince. Thought that was a girl. I forgot. That's Jaehaerys.
The Riverlands.
My letters to Rhaenyra. Has there been any answer?
An apology for her dead son?
None, Your Grace.
Perhaps your grace might lend his voice to our outreach.
Stop. Enough.
In hopes that new terms might be negotiated.
This house is falling apart.
Because I think he wants a ride.
Your grace.
A ride?
A pony ride. Wouldn't that be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
Oh, he's having fun.
Your grace. There are important matters to discuss. Despite Sir Tyland's interruptions.
Off you go, Jaehaerys.
Goodbye.
The king summoned me.
You do not have a seat at this council.
Aemond is my closest blood and our best sword. I welcome him.
Path to King's Landing is through the Riverlands. We must establish a toehold there. At Harrenhal.
He really should have been king. Like...
It has dragons as well.
Mine are bigger.
If we loose the dragons to war, there'll be no calling them back. We must proceed cautiously.
Fat old Lord Tully will either raise my banner or see his burn.
We must now favor patience and restraint. I send ravens by the hour. Many...
Yeah, let him get like a fun little 8-ball to make his decisions for him. Larys, Footman.
I have completed questioning the whole of the castle staff. They produced rather interesting details, but I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust. They no longer breathe our air. I've chosen your new staff, personally.
Alright. That is nice, I guess. Good job.
Give me that.
Your grace?
Yeah, she's done with this.
Just leave me.
How many people did Larys kill in her staff? And replace? Oh, I feel like Rhaenyra's not gonna say a word this episode. Jeez. There she is. They found a wing out of the water. Yo, her outfit's looking like a little Wanda. Little Wanda Maximoff. Wow. Is that his clothing? Man, I really like that kid for the episode he was in. Or maybe 2 episodes. It was just so unexpected. And she blames herself in some ways because she sent him.
Aegon the Magnanimous.
The Magnanimous? What?
King of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men.
The Magnanimous?
Yeah, that's what I said. Except I didn't even say it fully.
Your Grace.
So many swords.
Good morrow, Your Grace.
It's all right. There's no reason to be nervous.
And how
Okay.
might your king be of service?
He's really nice right now.
It is my flock.
I like it.
A tenth of them taken by
He could easily lose
Crown on the cusp of winter. If I'd had the time to plan,
We should
perhaps.
return them.
it. Hey, for the people.
Already made a promise to all the Crown lands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragons for their increased activity and pray not eventual fighting.
Right. Right. Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
If you return one herd of sheep, Grace, you'll soon find them all at the foot of your throne.
They won't know.
They won't know. Oh, it's like how I would roll. It's like, he's so nice. To a fault, of course. I mean, this isn't gonna turn out well.
I have decided that I cannot restore your sheep.
He's like ruling, but what's the point of ruling when you got Otto by your side?
The Smiths are all proud to support your grace against Rhaenyra. Iron costs have grown. A lone scorpion takes weeks to build. We are
The
struggling.
ballistas.
If we could but have the crown's coin before we started work, it would bring great relief.
You shall be paid, and paid well. My army cannot win a war without your weapons. You should continue their making. Our
There goes
victory
Otto.
depends on the efforts of the small folk.
You have my most sincere...
I like seeing this way of ruling.
Viserys had a certain reputation as being pliable.
I am aware.
I would think, as we find
He's going
ourselves
against
standing
Otto.
in their hair's breadth of war, that you would wish to be viewed differently.
Oh my gosh, if he gets him to be his hand somehow. It would be so sick if he makes Aemond his hand. I feel like.
And how would you define victory?
Rhaenyra bending the knee, and Aegon sitting the Iron Throne in peace, as Viserys wished.
Well, if that's how you...
That's not gonna happen.
Then we are aligned. But he is fiercely loyal. He wishes to please.
And Aegon still heeds me, in private at least. But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it. We only need to mind Aegon until the novelty of rule is spent. Once he tires of it, you and I can steer our course to victory.
A fine strategy, daughter. But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Everything that's going on is all Otto's fault. Think about it. Butterfly effect. Think about it. Welcome home, Queen.
First of the name, Queen of the Andals, and the Rhoynar and the First Men, Lady of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
What's she gonna do?
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Uh-huh. Rip. Oh. Is that her only words this episode? That would be sick if it is. Rip Aemond. She didn't say she wants him so alive, or you know, who knows?
Your knowledge in exchange for your freedom.
Okay, that's pretty huge.
Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale.
And Lord Kraken Stark has promised 2,000 men.
Give him a hug, man. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. He has no more brother. That is so sad. He's trying to be all proper around her, treating her like the queen and not his mom. Oh. Oh yeah, you guys still got Joffrey. Hey, there you go. Alicent's being respectful about it. Does she know she has to punish her son? Because Rhaenyra's coming. And you gotta be ready. Oh. He's invading solo. No dragons.
Commander. Never gone for long. I'm told you bear a mislike for the High Towers.
Fuck the High Tower.
Oh, this is easy. Dang. Little white worm knows her stuff. Are we really about to kill Aemond right here? Or kidnap him or whatever? Rat catcher.
Positively crawls with them now.
I heard the white worm was dead.
Her ghost told me you're a betting man. I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep.
My ghost tunnels. Great big rat's nest it is.
Uh-huh. Is he a little rat? Does he crawl around in these tunnels?
You're to find and slay the Prince Aemond Targaryen. He has silver hair and one eye. Should be easy enough to find.
He looks like a little rat.
Alright. Rosby and Stokeworth. Small castles right in the shadow of King's Landing. They would not want us for enemies.
We could add their levies to our own. Our host growing.
He seems really smart. I want to see his character more. I don't want him to just die in this first episode. He gives off good villain aura. But he also felt really sorry when he killed Lucerys. Luke.
And Rhaenyra is a cunning spider. Long ago, she drew Alicent into her web. Intoxicated her.
Really, is that so?
It would concern me, grandson, if plans were being considered beyond the ears of your king and his hand. You've a zeal to act, I understand. I was young once myself.
I only wish to serve my king and my house.
You and Vhagar are the greatest single power in the realm.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't obvious before, it certainly is now. I promise you, Aemond, you will have all the vengeance that you seek, but you must keep a grip on your impulses. We both know that your brother cannot.
Yeah, true. We first saw Aegon as the one that was very impulsive and just seemed like a terrible person. He's trying to treat the people beneath him better now, but probably hasn't changed.
Bring the dog.
You gotta bring the dog up a ladder?
It'll always be Aegon the Strong.
My nephew's already taken that one.
It's a king.
I need to be both.
My nephew's already taken that one.
This style that demonstrates power and commands respect. No one knows what magnanimous means.
Yeah, I don't.
I think Aegon the Generous, then.
The Generous. Dragonheart.
Yes, yes, yeah, the untamable beast.
Oh gosh. I like how they just snuck right in, walked right past him, no one cares. I guess he's catching rats, he's allowed to be up here all the time.
Show me.
I know this guy's voice. Oh my god. Kicking a dog. That's where I draw the line, man. I would put out that torch if you're trying to sneak your way up here. Hello there.
For the rats.
You know, she could be one of the plants from Alaris. She might know better. Not so easy to fool, I don't know. That's gonna light something on fire for sure. Oh no, he ran into Helena?
Who the fuck is she?
She's the queen, she is.
A son for a son, he said.
Yeah, not a... Oh, don't kill her. I want to see more of her this season. I mean, I want to see more, Aemond even more, but... Oh. That son, that little kid?
The same. Which one's a boy? Maybe that one.
Well, look for a cock.
Oh, no. What? They're just gonna kill these people. It was very, very easy to get in here, I feel like. I mean, you had to get specific people, and they had to know their way around. A necklace? Uh-huh.
It's of great value.
That's not a son.
That's not a son. That's a great response. A son for a son. I don't know if I'm Team Rhaenyra. I mean, so messed up. It was an accident. Are you really able to do this?
It's the other one. She's not going to give up the king's heir that easy.
Oh. Why don't they just check, like he said?
No. She's telling true.
This is what she saw in her dreams. Or dragon dreams or whatever. Oh. They actually killed the little kid. The little baby. Oh. Oh, you could hear them sawing. Oh. Dude. No. No. Now war has really begun. Oh. I'm just glad she made it. With one more person. Didn't all three have to die? This is what she saw. She knew it was gonna happen, didn't she? She kept talking about rats. She knew that something was under the floorboards in last season, and then Maelys and Rhaenys came up from the floorboards. That was a nice one shot. Didn't cut. Oh my gosh. The rats. They came.
They killed the boy.
Oh. That was so messed up. I mean, like, that's not exactly what... That's not exactly what Daemon asked for. Is he gonna be upset about that? Is Rhaenyra gonna be upset about that? She didn't say she needs, you know, Aemond dead. She just wanted Aemond. But she doesn't get either of those two options. Man, I'm so used to shows just like, you know, not going through with it. I mean, I guess we're watching The Boys right now and things are surprising all the time. But, you know, you just think like maybe the episode will end before they actually get there, or they'll find Aemond and they'll just like knock him out, and then the episode will end. You'll take him back to Dragonhold or whatever, Dragonstone, whatever, in the next episode. But no, they just went all out here. Yeah, they just killed. You just hear it in the background, just slicing away at the kid's neck. Oh my gosh, Jaehaerys. He was so cute at the table too. Aemon. Now Aemon. Like, we saw the good side of Aemon today. We saw the good side, or Aegon, sorry. Aegon. We saw the good side of Aegon today. He wanted to give back the sheep, you know, not use the people's food for the dragons. Give them a bunch of coin for their weapons, their ballistas. But yeah, no, now this is gonna change him. His son just died. How much does he actually care about his kids, though? That's the thing, because, like, he is kind of weird. Like, would he actually care? Probably, but, like, I mean, yeah, this is probably gonna make him rage. This is probably gonna make him rage out, and make Aemond rage out even more, because it's his fault. They only retaliated in this way because of him and Vhagar. Just a lot of sadness, man. Oh, I just can't even think about it. Them just bringing that head back with them, handing it over to Daemon. That little kid's head, man. I feel like also now, I mean, Larys is going to get questioned. He's not to be trusted since there's traitors out there. He did not get everyone that was against Alicent. Clearly, there's people that are against her and her son. Wow, just crazy ending there. I really enjoyed the beginning of this episode, seeing Winterfell again, and then, man, I keep getting mixed up between Lucerys and Jaehaerys. And then there's Jaehaerys, which just died. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing them correctly, like, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was Jace that went to Winterfell. So, because Luke is the one that's dead, I think. So yeah, seeing Jace go to Winterfell all the way up to the wall as well. That just instantly, just seeing that wall and seeing Winterfell again makes me want to rewatch Game of Thrones. And I literally might do it now. Literally just seeing the wall and them talking about why it's up in winter, how it's coming. Surely it's coming. Not like it's going to be like over 200 years away. Yeah, that just reignited a spark in me. I want to watch Game of Thrones now. Seeing that wall. The Stark that was there, just how similar he looked to Eddard as well. I don't remember if that tradition of drawing a bunch of white rocks and whoever draws the black rock or whatever gets sent to the wall. I don't know if that was the reason Jon Snow went to the wall. I don't think it was. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while, but that was cool to see. So they just always draw a rock and someone has the honor to go defend at the wall. The whole reason Aegon is sitting on the Iron Throne is because Alicent misheard what Viserys said, his whispering his last words before dying. And even till now, everything that Rhaenyra just wanted, Daemon went out of his way to go do it in a different way. But even then, the people he hired went out of their way, completely go against what Daemon said as well, and kill a different kid. So it's just like all this stuff is happening when no one wants it to happen this way. It's so out of whack. Rhaegar and Aemond weren't even meant to kill little Luke and Arax or whatever, Arax. Things are just happening. They're so out of control. I really hope Jace ends up becoming a really big character in this season because I loved his performance. He looked really different, so I thought like maybe a time jump happened at the very beginning. But that's just because he was a little younger last season. And kids grow up really fast. But yeah, it was kind of throwing me off for a second. I was like, is this who I think it is? Is it Jace at Winterfell? But yeah, it established that pretty quickly. It was just like for a few seconds. But I really loved his scenes this episode. He didn't have many, but especially the one where he walked in and was treating his mom like the queen and not like his mother. Just trying to update her on the info he got from Winterfell, the troops, who would stand with them. And they just both start crying together and then hug. That was a great scene. I love that. Anyways, I gotta go eat dinner and edit this tonight and get it up for you guys. So I'm gonna end it there. I'll obviously be talking about this a lot more in the comments if you want. On my Instagram story, on my Twitter especially. I just yap on Twitter all the time. So follow me there. Socials down below. Super excited for the next episode. This one is a little tame throughout. Everyone reconciling exactly what went on at the finale of last season. Just seeing what came from all that. I thought we did find out, like Rhaenyra, the news broke out to her and everything that Luke died at the end of last season. So this episode was a bit repetitive in some ways with her rediscovering the wing and all that. She just, I guess, heard the news last season, and then this episode she had to have it confirmed and go fly out and find the wing, find his clothing, so that they can eventually burn it at the end here. So yeah, a little bit of a slow start, but I mean, that didn't detract anything from the episode really. Was not expecting a war to break out in this first one, but we're definitely setting up for that to happen in the future. I'm sure with this being a shorter season as well, there's probably going to be multiple episodes of just like straight up war. I heard episode 4 is going to be a really crazy one. Don't know what's going to happen there, but I'm guessing lots of death, lots of character death. Anyways, excited to see next week when all the characters flip out over this happening on both sides, because obviously what went down was not planned. But hey, a son for a son. It worked out in the end. Let's see how they react next week. So tune in next week. Subscribe, turn on notifications for when that goes up. Check out anything else that's airing on my channel right now. We got The Boys. We got a huge month with The Boys. We got this. We got The Acolyte. And tons of other things being watched on the channel. So anyways, that's going to be it for now. Subscribe. We're on the road to 20,000 subs this year. Leave a like. Comment your thoughts on the episode down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.